Well, I'm back. It's been a long time. I'm back to give you some more eerie encounters. Yes, I am Dark Time. To the Dark Time Tales. I am gonna get right into this terrifying story. It is called Terrifying Encounter. As half Navajo and Hopi, I've had my share of experiences on and off the Navajo and Hopi reservation. I hope I won't get any ridicule from any other Native Americans for posting these experiences. One experience that I would like to share happened when I was only 14 years old, but now I'm 29. This is an experience that I have only shared with a small number of people, and I am now writing down for the very first time. My brother, who is a hardened soldier, is still scared about what happened to us this particular evening. On with the story. As a teenager, I would visit my grandma at home on the Navajo reservation for several weeks every summer. I loved to spend time with her, eat her delicious fried bread, and hear her tell us stories. Every so often, my grandma would hire a worker to do odd jobs around the house and property. One evening, right before the sun went down, I was asked by my grandma to take him home, which was about 4 miles out of the valley where she lived. I was more than happy to. Seeing that I was only 14 years old and I was asked to drive a truck, mind you, that on the reservation, nobody cares that you're only 14 years old and driving around. Hell, there's hardly anybody around to see you anyway. So my 9-year-old brother jumped in the truck cab with me while this worker and my dog shared the tailgate of the truck, and we were off. After I dropped the worker off at the shack that he and his brothers called the house, we headed back down to the road to Grandma's. As I mentioned before, it was evening and the sky was deep red as the sun began to set behind us. We were leaving a nice dust trail from dirt road, and the radio was playing music from the only radio station that could be picked up from the nearest town of Holbrook, Arizona. There was nothing unusual, not weird. It was at this time that my eye caught movement of something in the bushes a little up the road to the right of us. I remember slowing down, thinking that it was one of the many free-roaming sheep in the area that would dart out in front of the truck. As I paused where I thought I saw it, I sped up, thinking nothing else of it. Then out of nowhere, I just felt this dark feeling of fear and dread. I had no idea why I was feeling this way, but I definitely felt that something was wrong. As I played this memory back in my mind, There are only few clear memories that I have of all this evening. I clearly remember looking in my rearview mirror and seeing the dark silhouette of something very tall and very skinny that seemed to be covered with some kind of hair and fur running behind the truck after us. Whatever it wasn't a normal human or human at all. I remember hearing my brother crying and my dog barking viciously at whatever was chasing us. I remember speeding very fast and shaking violently as the truck bounced on the washboard dirt road. I distinctly remember that this thing was only getting closer as my brother cried, "It's coming up on us." I remember being as scared as hell and thinking that I didn't want to die at a moment that I thought would be our last. I remember speeding around a bend in the road and seeing a car coming towards us in the opposite direction. In that moment I felt instant relief and felt that whatever was following us was gone, shaken up, but alive. We made it to our grandma's house wondering the hell had just happened. We ran inside, not looking back, hoping that whatever was chasing us had not followed us home. As we told my grandma about this experience, it didn't seem too surprised, which surprised us. She continued repeating stories that we had already heard at one point or another about black magic witches and something that the Yovajos call Yi Nadalushi or skinwalkers. Needless to say, I didn't even want to look out any of the windows at all the rest of the night. As a matter of fact, I never drove on that reservation at night until I was 21 years old. Without going too deep into explanation, I just say that these skinwalkers are evil men and spirits that use black magic for evil doing. I tell you that, as far-fetched as it may sound, they are real. I believe if God and greatness are real, the devil is equally as real and also has his ways of showing himself. This may not sound too scary for some listeners, but believe me, if you were in my shoes, you would have pissed yourself. But what happened that evening really did happen and scared the living crap out of me. I invite anybody to visit this part of Arizona. If you have any doubt or want a huge scare, I promise you that you won't be disappointed. Yes, well, contributed by Faith. This was a real good, eerie, dark story from the Native American. And as Dark Time, I appreciate these types of stories. As Skinwalker, also known as the Wendigo to the Native Americans, that feast of human flesh to survive. I'll see you next time on the Dark Time Tales for more adventures.
Thank you for watching the Dark Time Tales. This is Wolf Mason. Click the bell, click subscribe and click like, and also share the Dark Time Tales with friends and family. Also, if you want to leave a comment, be free. Send your stories in to me, and also I'll give you my direct link and I will tell your stories and will put your names in the credits. Thank you again. Enjoy. Till next time, the Dog Time Tales. I'm out.